Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. I hope everyone's well tonight. I have just wild hair. I might get started, I might not finish, but I'm going to try to do like I did Lights Out and read a book to you, Lucifer's Hammer, by Jerry Purnell and Larry Niven. It just says Niven, but hey, they write a lot of books together. The Mote in God's Eye, the little furry critters, the Moties, and oh gosh, Fallen Angels, a really good book. One of the basic books I tell everybody to read if you want to come to the Ozark Plateau. Okay, so this book, the reason I'm reading it is because it's been such it's a huge book in my life through my early years of prepping and quote unquote survival thinking. And we'll see how I react to it after about 20 years, literally, no, about 40 years, probably 40 years since I first read it, 1980 or so. So we'll see. It is not written from a Christian perspective. It is not written from a biblical perspective. There are, some kind of morals in it, but not biblical morals by any means. Although some of them may be more biblical than Christianity per se, but we'll see how that goes, how I react, like I said, to reading it after all these years. I haven't read it recently. I may just plow through it and not read it to you. I don't know. That's what I do sometimes. You get hooked with it like Lights Out. People would stay up night waiting for me to upload, see if I did a video or not, and so they would, lose some sleep, so we say. Okay, I might read just the prologue or whatever it's called, the prologue, and you can see where they're coming from. This is like, this is like NASA, science worshiping, Einstein worshiping garbage, but I'm gonna read it. Or I could skip it and just go on to the storyline. But it's like James Michener. You got to start with creation. What they call creation, the Big Bang. Before the sun burned, before the planets formed, there was chaos and comets. Chaos was a local thickening in the interstellar medium. Its mass was great enough to attract itself and to hold itself, and it thickened further. Eddies formed. Particles of dust and frozen gas drifted together and touched and clung. Flakes formed, and then loose snowballs of frozen gases. I'm going to pause it. Okay. I got a selfie and a remote so I can do more easy video work. Okay, so I realized that if I can hear these things, you can hear them. I had an ozone and ion thing, and I heard another ozone and ion thing negative ion thing that I turned off. My heater's running down there, and I don't think you can hear that. I can hear it. That probably means you can hear it. Let me pause it again. I'll get up and turn it off. Okay, I turned off 3 devices. It should be quite a bit quieter. It took me about an hour to rig up lighting in here so I can see what I'm reading, and you can halfway see me. I've got backlighting. Really good information I gathered from when I was studying flat earth, how the sky lights up in the morning and goes dark at night. Flat earth stuff, very fascinating. And so we'll be dealing with some of that here because this book has a lot of scientific bullshit in it. I'm not going to pull any punches. I may speak some French. I may get irate. I may talk in plain English or French, as they say. So I got a headlight here to read with. Okay. Before the sun burned, before the planets formed, there were chaos and the comets. Oh yeah, there was chaos and comets. Chaos was a local thickening in the interstellar medium. Its mass was great enough to attract itself, to hold itself, and it thickened further. Gravity, magic gravity, oh yeah. Eddies formed. Particles of dust and frozen gas drifted together and touched and clung. Flakes formed and then loose snowballs of frozen gases. Of course, comets are frozen gases. Icy gas balls, yeah. There's a thing called electric universe model. If you don't want to, if you want to study some reality, look at electric universe model. Fascinating. They can actually predict things, and they have put out 600 scientists signed a letter to the world science establishment, whatever you want to call it, to Own up to the truth and quit feeding people so much bullpucky. Over the ages, a whirlpool pattern developed, a fifth of a light year across. The center contracted further. Local eddies, whirling frantically near the center of the storm, collapsed to form planets. Oh, yeah. It formed as a cloud of snow far from the whirlpool's axis. Isis joined the swarm, but slowly, a few molecules at a time, methane, ammonia,